Hi, I'm Natasha. This is Almost Vegan, and today we're making summertime cherry basil bruschetta. The recipe today comes from Oh She Glows, surprise! And it is this recipe right here. I really like making this one when I'm going to a friend's house or if I'm having company over because it looks really pretty. And I really like to cook seasonal if I can. So cherries are really in season right now. So I wanted to make a recipe that highlighted cherries because they're only in season for a short bit of time. So why not use them when we can? Now, in my previous videos, I've talked a lot about ingredients and put a lot of emphasis on high quality ingredients. And there's a few reasons for that. First of all, it's for an environmental and an ethical reason. It's really good if you can to shop local because that way you're supporting your region, and also our food doesn't have to travel far to get to our plate. For example, to buy all that wonderful produce at the Mill Market, Jardin Farms, Whippoorwill Farms, your food doesn't have to travel on a transport or a plane to get here, so environmentally it's really good. The other reason is, especially now with this pandemic happening, and when it first started, people were really trying to stock up and even hoard food because they were afraid that it would run out. If we support local and get our foods locally, then there will be, it's supply and demand, there will be more food for us. And the other reason is, I put a lot of emphasis on ingredients is because I really believe in using the best ingredients that you can afford, those whole ingredients, not processed. Okay, so let's get started. So today we will need some cherries. I'm going to make half this recipe because the recipe in the book makes a lot. It says serves two, but it's a really big recipe. So today I'm going to half it. So I have half a cup of chopped up cherries. I have a cup and a half of chopped up strawberries. And I have 1/8 cup of red onion. And then I have 1/8 cup of fresh basil from my garden and mint. Cherries. Cherries are a really great source of vitamin C, and vitamin C is really good for our immune systems. It's also a great source of potassium. Potassium is really good for our muscle health and also good for blood pressure regulation. And cherries are also really good for our digestive system, and it maintains that healthy bacteria in our gut. They're very high in antioxidants, and they are especially high in a plant chemical called, I'm going to look at my little notes, polyphenols. Okay, I hope I'm saying that right. And the reason these are really good for us is because they fight the cellular damage and it reduces inflammation. So if you're a person that might struggle with arthritis or fibromyalgia, cherries are good for you because it combats that inflammation. Strawberries. Strawberries are another excellent fruit. This is mostly water. So 91% of strawberries are water and the rest is carbohydrates. So if you are pre-diabetic or diabetic, or you need to watch your sugar intake, strawberries are mostly water, which surprises me because they're really sweet and they're really delicious. They're really good for people who are trying to regulate their blood pressures, and they're a great source of vitamin C and potassium. Okay. And then we have our red onions, and we have our basil. I love basil. I grow 3 plants of it because I use it so much in a lot of foods. Now, basil is originally from Asia and Africa, and it's part of the mint family. And we usually don't eat a lot in our food, but it provides vitamin K, and that's a vitamin we don't often get, and that's really important nutrient for our eye health and actually for night vision. Mint. This is another plant I grow because I love it. I love it in my drinks, I love it in my water, I love it in my salads. It's so delicious. And it is, again, high in antioxidants, high in folate and high in vitamin C. And it's really good for your digestion. You hear a lot of people saying that they drink mint tea if they have a sore tummy. So it really helps us digest our foods. Okay, so you're going to take all those ingredients. So your half a cup of cherries. Okay, our cup and a half of strawberries. Get them all out. Our 1/8 cup of red onion, 1/8 basil, 1/8 mint, and we're going to do 2 tablespoons of balsamic, and we're going to mix it together, and we're going to let it sit for about 20-30 minutes so the flavors melt together. All right, so you're going to take your baguette and you're going to cut about 1-inch slices on the angle like this, and you're gonna pop them in your oven for about, well actually you're gonna brush them with olive oil first, like this. My husband and my niece told me I was really rough with brushing on the olive oil last episode, so I'm gonna be gentle today. And then you pop them in your oven for 7 to 9 minutes, and voila. And then the magic of video is, here we go, I already did some. So then you're going to take your bruschetta. I should just clear this off here so you can see your nice toasted bread. You're going to put some of that bruschetta on top, and then you're going to drizzle it with some balsamic mixture. And it looks so pretty for presentation that I think you might not be able to make it for any guests right now, but you'll wow your family. And what better way to use cherries right now? I also made a cherry rhubarb crumble last night. That was in the Jillian Harris cookbook, and it was delicious. It was individual cherry crisps, I think it was called, but it's really, really good. Okay. There we go. And then you can make a balsamic reduction by taking balsamic vinegar and just sort of boiling it in a small pot until it reduces, or you can do the cheat way like I do, and you can buy the balsamic glaze. There's many kinds on the market, and you just give it a good drizzle here like this, and there you go. All right, so I talked to you about supporting local, and another place I like to support local is I like to support local wines or Ontario wines, and we have the Niagara region in our province which produces some really, really good wines. So this is one of my favorites. It's the Gretzky whiskey oak aged wine, a vintage red, and you can get it at the LCBO. Or you can order right now some Gretzky wines online, and they have free shipping right now because of you know, the shutdown. So they're offering that, and this bruschetta tastes really good with red wine. So I hope you enjoy.